Good morning and Jai Hind everyone. So today we solve the questions based on maxima minima and in which you find local maxima, local minima as well as point of inflection. So you note one question, find the point at which find the point at which the given function fx is equal to x minus 2 whole is power 4 x minus 2 whole power 4 into x plus 1 whole cube. X plus 1 whole cube has, yes, right in first point, local maxima, second, local minima, and third, point of inflection. Points of inflection means here you have to find for the given function local maxima, point of local minima, as well as point of inflection. So here you use first derivative method. Okay, if you're taking here f dash x, so here you applying product rule. So first function x minus 2 whole power 4 differentiation of second. So 3 into x plus 1 whole square plus second function. So you have x plus 1 whole cube into 4 into x minus 2 whole cube. 4 into x minus 2 whole cube. Understand? So in this way, here you have the value of f dash x. Now you're taking common. So here common is x minus 2 whole cube. Whole cube is common and x plus 1 whole square is common. Understand? So here you have 3 times of this factor, so which is equal to 3x minus 6. So that is equal to 3x minus 6. And here if you are taking here x minus 2 common, that quantity is complete common. Here you have only x plus 1 left and 4, so you multiplying by 4, so 4x plus 1, so that is equal to 4x plus 1. Understand? Now, just simplifying. So you have x minus 2 whole cube into x plus 1 whole square. And here you have 7x minus 2. Here you have 7x minus 2. Understand? Now, what you do? Again, you have to take 7 common from this last factor. Okay. So you have 7 into x minus 2 whole cube into x plus 1 whole square into x minus 2 by 7. X minus 2 by 7. So in this way, here you factorize the value of its derivative. So your next step is what? You have to take f dash x is equal to 0, and this implies x is equal to 2, x is equal to minus 1, and 2 by 7. Understand? So in this way, here you have the value of x. Okay. Now what you do? You have to draw all that points on number line. All that points on number line. Understand? So just see it. If you draw it on number line, and here you have minus infinite, this side here you have infinite, yes, here you have minus 1, then you write here 2 by 7, and then you write 2. Understand? So in this way, here you that means take all the given points, means critical point on the number line. Now check the sign of derivative. Check the sign of f dash x on this number line. So if you are taking any value which is x, for which x greater than 2, for which x greater than 2, so here you have positive, this this factor is positive, and this one is also positive. So overall, for this region, here you have positive sign. Now if you are taking any point in between minus 1 to 2 by 7, so suppose if you are taking here 0, that becomes negative, that is positive, and this is also negative. Just see here you have negative, and that is negative also. So just see what is your result if you are taking here negative, sorry, 0 na, in between minus 1 and 2 by 7, here you have one of the point 0. So here you have negative, Yes, negative. Here you have positive, and this side you have also negative. Hmm? So overall, in between 2 by 7 to 2, which sign you have?
Negative.
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 Negative is there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So right here negative. Means here you take one. Sorry, not that means.
So zero will to in that.
Yeah. So here you are not taking zero. Zero you can take here in between -1 and this. So here you have positive. Here you have positive. Understand? Now, if you're taking any point which is lesser than -1, suppose if you are taking -2. So if you're taking here -2, that factor becomes negative. Here you have positive, and here you have negative. So this is also positive. This is also positive, and all that number line shows the sign of f dash x. Sign of f dash x. Now, what you do? Corresponding to each of the critical points, you have to check the sign for slightly less than that point and slightly greater than that point. Understand? So if you start with for x is equal to -1, so here you see that the sign of derivative does not change. Means here you have positive, and for slightly greater than that is also positive. So you can say that at x is equal to 1, means the function have neither local maximum value nor minimum value. So this x is equal to 1 point is known as point of inflection. Point of inflection. Okay. So you explain about all that points. So you write in first part. Yeah, right. You have to write for first part as since f dash x does not change its sign if x increases, f in x increases through x is equal to -1. X increases through x is equal to -1. Hence, x is equal to -1 is a point of inflection. Point of inflection. So that is a point of inflection. Now you write for second point. If you are taking for this point 2 by 7, so for slightly less than, the sign of derivative is positive, and slightly greater, here you see that be negative. So you can say that that is the condition of local maximum point. So x is equal to 2 by 7 is a point of local maxima. So you write in this way: since f dash x changes its sign, change its sign from positive to negative, positive to negative as x increases, as x increases through x is equal to 2 by 7. X is equal to 2 by 7. So x is equal to 2 by 7 is a point of local maxima. Local maxima. Understand? So in this way, here you write x is a point of local maxima. Now you come to third point. In the same way, you can explain about third point also. Yes, right? Since f dash x change its sign from negative to positive as x increases through x is equal to 2, increases through x is equal to 2. Hence, x is equal to 2 is a point of local minima. So x is equal to 2 is a point of local minima. Yes, local minima. You can write in this way. That be a point of local minima. So in this way, here you see how you getting the point of inflection, local maxima, local minima by using the first derivative. And also you solve some questions based on second derivative also. है ना? So just I give you uh, a question which is based on a second derivative method. Yeah, right. Everyone noted up to last step?
Yes, sir.
So right. Find the maximum profit. Find the maximum profit that a company. Find the maximum profit that a company can make. A company can make if the profit function is given as if the profit function is given as px is equal to 41 plus 24x minus 18x square minus 18x square. So this is your question. Means here you have a profit function. You have to find the maximum profit that a company can make for this profit function. Understand? So what you do, here you first differentiate. So first of all, you find the value of p dash x. So differentiate it. So here you have 24 minus 36x. 36x. Okay. Now you again differentiating. You can take it as 0. So p dash x is equal to 0 implies 24 minus 36 x is equal to 0, or x is equal to 24 upon 36. X is equal to 24 upon 36. Now you solve it. So 12 2s are and 12 3s are. So here you have 2 by 3. So here you have x is equal to 2 by 3. Understand? So that is your critical point. X is equal to 2 by 3 is critical point. Now what you do, you have to take its second derivative. So right, p double dash x. So if you're taking here p double dash x, you have 36 minus 36. Understand? So here 36 is a constant value, and here you have negative. So this shows also that if you are taking the derivative, second derivative at the given value of x, means 2 by 3, no doubt that is also negative. That is also less than 0. And yes, at x is equal to 2 by 3, the value of second derivative is negative. This shows that, hence, for, you can write in this way, for x is equal to 2 by 3, px is maximum. Px is maximum. Okay. So here you have this point 2 by 3 is your point of local maxima. Now you have to find the maximum profit also. So you can write in this way, hence maximum profit is equal to P of 2 by 3. P of 2 by 3. Understand? Now putting x is equal to 2 by 3 in a given profit function. So just solve it. So here you have 41 plus 24 into 2 by 3 minus 18 into 4 upon 9. Yes, simplifying. So 9 2 is 18 and 3 8 is 24. So here you have 41 plus 16 minus 8. minus 8. So overall 41 plus 8, that means 49. So 49 is the maximum profit for that. Everyone getting a step here to find the maximum profit?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So here in maximum and minimum means here maxima and minima. One of the term is also here, which is known as absolute maxima and absolute minima. Absolute maxima and absolute minima. So you well know that means algebraic method to find the value of absolute maxima and absolute minima for a function. Okay, but if your function means if you are want to that means find the value of local maxima and local minima by derivative method, so just you note it, or what are the working rule to finding the values of absolute maxima and absolute minima, you know. So first you write it. First you write about the complete concept, then I solve and practice upon the different type of questions, and also the important question which was asked in your board exam. So you write absolute maximum value and absolute minimum value. Minimum value. Okay. Absolute maximum value and absolute minimum value. Okay. So what are the working rule for that? First of all, in first point, you take the derivative of the function. Means first you find the derivative of function. In second step, here you take f dash x is equal to 0 and solve for x. And solve for x. Means here you find the value of derivative, make it equal to 0 and solve for x. And suppose the value of x here obtained are suppose here you take different values c1 c2 dash dash means yeah, so many values are there. So here you find the values of c1 c2. Suppose here you write c3. Suppose three values are there, है ना? And yes, for finding the values of any function absolute value, actually its domain is already defined. Means in that case your x lying within close interval, है ना? And suppose your function is defined, suppose fx is given in a close interval ab, close interval ab. Now what you do in next step after getting the values of x, here you find different values. Means here you find the value of fa, f of c1, and f of c2, f of c3, and then f of b. Means here you find, or taking here you taking only the value of x which lying within the interval, not beyond that. That is your first note, है ना? And corresponding to all their points, means for the extreme point of the given interval as well as the values of x obtained here, you have to find the all the possible values of function and check it which one be the greatest value overall, है ना? So the greatest value out of all these values of function is known as its absolute maximum value, and the minimum value of all that functions is known as absolute minimum value. Getting everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Here you I think all you noted all that things, and just you solve the questions based on it also. Yes, note it. Find the maximum and minimum value. Find the maximum and minimum value of fx is equal to 2x cube. Fx is equal to 2x cube minus 24x plus 107 in the interval 1 to 3. In the interval 1 to 3. In this question, word absolute is not given. Only you have to find the maximum and minimum value of the function in a given interval. Okay. But one thing here you noted, if the interval is closed interval, then that we understood you have to find its absolute maximum or absolute minimum value. But if your interval is open interval, then you have to find its local maximum and local minimum value. Don't confuse about it. Sometimes the word absolute is not given here. Okay, so yes, proceed. Here you take f dash x. Hana? So just solve it. So 6x square minus 24. So that is the value of its derivative. Now if you're taking 6 common, so you have x square minus 4 and factorize it. So x plus 2 into x minus 2. Now f dash x is equal to 0 implies x is equal to 2 and minus 2. And both values of x, 2 and minus 2, are these two values belongs to this 1, 2, 3? Means just I am saying you have to take only those value of x which belongs to 1 and 3. So minus 2 is not taken here. Here you have to not take in minus 2. Please note that. Only you have to find the value of fx corresponding to those value of x which lying within the given interval. So 2 lying within that. So what you do? First of all, you find the value of f1. So you write f1. Okay. Now putting its value in the given function. So here you have 2, here you have minus 24 plus 107. And just simplifying it. So 109 minus 24. So what is that? 9 minus 4, 5. And here you have 85. So its value is 85. Understand? Now you find the value of function at x is equal to 2. The point which lying within that. Here you have 8 to the 16 minus 48 plus 107. Okay, and just solve it. Just solve here the value of f2 16 and yes, what is that for 2? Here if you simplifying here you have 75. That is equal to 75. Understand? Now you take other value at the extreme point f of 3. So here you have 27 into 2, which is 52 minus 3 4 is 12. Yes, 3 2 is 6, 72 plus 107.
54.
Oh sorry, here you have 54. For 54 minus 72 plus 107, and simplifying here you have 89. Here you have 89. Now just see out of these three values which one is maximum value. So here you see that 89 is maximum value. So yes, the maximum value of f is 89 at x is equal to 3. You have to write in this way. And your minimum value is what? Yes, your minimum value is 75 at x is equal to 2. Okay, so you write hence maximum value is equal to 89 at x is equal to 3. In the same way you write for minimum value is equal to 75 at x is equal to 2. At x is equal to 2. So that maximum and minimum value is also known as absolute maximum and absolute minimum value. So in the same way, just I give you some questions related to absolute maximum value and absolute minimum value, and that would be of NCERT questions. Okay, no doubt, solve it. And after that, all we are solving word problem from tomorrow. Today you practice only upon the concept, है ना? आप आज सिर्फ कंसेप्ट पे प्रैक्टिस करोगे. कल से आपको वर्ड प्रॉब्लम ये सारी चीजें बताई जाएंगी जो कि पूछा जाता है एग्जाम में. ओके, राइट. यस, राइट. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. फाइंड द मैक्सिमम एंड मिनिमम वैल्यूज ऑफ fx. Find the maximum and minimum values of fx is equal to x plus sine 2x. X plus sine 2x in closed interval 0 to 2 pi. Closed interval 0 to 2 pi. You have to find the maximum and minimum value of fx in closed interval 0 to 2 pi. So here you have closed interval, so you have to find its absolute maximum value. So take its derivative. F dash x is equal to 1 plus 2 cos 2x. 1 plus 2 cos 2x. So f dash x is equal to 0. Implies 1 plus 2 cos 2x is equal to 0, or cos 2x is equal to minus 1 upon 2. Minus 1 upon 2. And in cos, what is the value of minus 1 upon 2? You can write cos pi minus pi by 3 and is equal to cos 2 pi by 3. Cos 2 pi by 3. Okay. So what is your general solution? So you can write 2x is equal to n pi plus 2n pi plus minus alpha means 2 pi by 3. 2 pi by 3. So the value of x is n pi plus minus pi by 3. So that gives the general value of x. That gives the general value of x. Any doubt, anyone up to this step?
No, sir.
Okay, beta. So if you are getting all these value, now your work start. What you do? You have to put here different values of n in such a way the value of x lying within 0 to 2 pi. Okay. So if you start with x n is equal to 0, if you are putting here n is equal to 0, actually here you have plus minus pi by 3, but here you have to take pi by 3 positive value, because negative value not lying within 0 to 2 pi. Okay. Now if you are putting here n is equal to 1, n is equal to 1, so just check it. So if you are taking here positive value, so your value is 3 plus 1 4 pi by 3, so that value can also be taken 4 pi by 3. And if you are taking negative value, you have 2 pi by 3. You have 2 pi by 3. Okay. So here you take all these values, means pi by 3, 4 pi by 3, and then you take here 2 pi by 3. Okay. Now you come to next one. What is your next value? You can take here, if you are taking here 2 and a positive sign, it crosses your limit. And if you are taking here negative value, so what you have, 3 2 just 6 minus 1, 5 pi by 3. So 5 pi by 3 can be taken. Yes, you can take it 5 pi by 3 also. Okay. So overall, in between 0 to 2 pi, you have how many values here? You have 1 2 3 4, all that values lying between that. And also you have to solve for 0 and 2 pi and check it which one be your maximum or minimum value. Understand? बेटे ये समझ में आ रहा है आपको? अब ये सारे वैल्यूज पे